I'll take this hand, I'm going to put it on your ear for a minute.
It takes an act of faith to believe that medicine and miracles can actually come together to heal a person. But there is a group of Twin Cities faithful who say God's healing power is as close as your fingertips. Here's Dennis Dodo with tonight's Dimension.
The film on the left is my MRI when I was first diagnosed with MS back in December of 1996.
There is no, quote, cure for MS, multiple sclerosis. As a registered nurse, Lori Barg accepts that. But a part of her chooses to believe her heart over science.
I'm healed.
MRI pictures from 1996 show the telltale MS lesions in her brain as glowing white spots.
I had a lot of difficulty walking, which is what a lot of people experience. I used a cane for my first 3 years.
Lori threw that cane away. Look at the latest images of her brain taken a few weeks ago. No new lesions, and according to expert evaluation, the old spots are no longer active.
No new signals, no new indications of MS.
Correct.
Lori gives herself an injection of interferon once a week as a precaution against an MS relapse, but she insists her relief came not from a bottle, but from above.
Take this hand, I'm going to put it on your ear for a minute.
2 years ago, Lori took a leap of faith. She put her disease in the hands of healers, literally.
Now I got a hold of it.
Tamara Truer was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1998. Everyone thought she'd beaten it, but last summer the cancer attacked again, aggressively, this time in her bones. She was told to get her affairs in order. Death was closing in.
Well, back in August, we were actually told that she might only have about 1.5 years to live.
Malignant lesions had erupted on Tamara's spine, in her ribs, shoulder, hip.
The old picture, obviously, you've got a lot of eaten away areas here.
Doctors inserted pins in her hip to keep it from crumbling. They treated her cancer with chemotherapy and gave her a drug that sometimes rebuilds the bone slowly. But something happened that's left Tamara's oncologist, Dr. Barbara Bowers, in awe.
It's been quite remarkable. This is all starting to heal in here. You can see how nice and dark that is.
The new bone appeared so fast, Dr. Bowers described it in words science doesn't use, a miracle.
This bone survey that was done basically did not find anything that they could call malignancy.
Frankly, I just wanted to help her get out of pain. That was my first goal. If you just get into exactly what's happening, who can say?
Jaentra Green Gardner leads a nonprofit group called the Healing Network, but she says they deserve little of the credit other than being the tools for a higher power. And while she is Christian, she says that's not a requirement.
So we have healers from all faiths that come, and I have found their hands work as well as mine.
And what did Tamara feel from those hands?
I can feel the heat. Some people's hands get really, really hot, and I can feel the heat through me. I have felt tremendous energy move through me.
Jaentra never calls her clients patients. She doesn't practice medicine, nor make any promises. She strongly encourages the ill to embrace all the medical help they can get, calling doctors, patients, healers, and God members of the same team.
And really, it's through the interaction of all these team players that miracles can occur.
I hurt my shoulder last July.
Jaentra says it doesn't have to be life and death for the Lord to work in mysterious ways.
I couldn't lift it this way at all.
Plumber Ron Wibstead says he never went to a doctor, but says he felt something tear in his left shoulder. Over a period of months, he says it froze up. He couldn't lift anything, and the pain kept him from sleeping. Out of desperation, he too went to see Jaentra.
I still can't believe how it worked. I mean, the pain was almost gone that very same day.
2 sessions, and Ron says he's good as new. And why not? Dr. Bauer says the notion of divine healing can fit hand in hand with modern medicine.
That's I guess the art of medicine, that we can't explain all of these things on the basis of what we see in the laboratory.
I'm way hopeful. For the first time, really, since '98, I feel very, very hopeful.
Dr. Bowers works in the Piper Breast Cancer Center at Abbott Northwestern Hospital, which offers its own healers and alternative therapies through the Life Choices Center. So hands-on healing is going mainstream. As for Jaentra, she thinks any one of us can learn to do with our hands what she does, and the network offers classes. Anyone who's interested can contact the Healing Network by logging on to WCCO.com for a link to their website. Back to you.
Thanks, Dennis. Wow. That's
Remarkable.
astounding, isn't it?
It sure is.
And then give you a little bit of hope, too.
I need some hope right about now, Don. Many cultures believe in healers.
There is a growing culture in the Twin Cities that believes. Now, the Bible talks about healing, about miracles, and there's a Twin Cities woman who makes no promises but says she has a miraculous gift that has healed cancers, strokes, terrible injuries. Take a closer look in tonight's Lifeline.
Have you had a lot of pain recently?
No, not too bad.
Jaentra Green has laid hands on hundreds of people, very ill people, like Bob Little.
When I first met him, he was walking with 2 canes. He had water on the heart and water on the lungs. He had diabetes.
I couldn't raise my hand over my head or nothing anymore. I was just getting paralyzed, you might say.
Pull that pillow up under his knees a little bit
Bob
more.
says he was also paralyzed with fear when doctors told him he had prostate cancer. He refused chemo and radiation. He decided to put his faith in the hands of God and in this pair of hands, the hands of a healer.
I think I found out that I had a connection with the creators, with God, when I was trying to heal myself of multiple sclerosis. What we're really doing is vibrating you.
A practicing Christian, Jaentra says the power belongs to the divine, that she has been blessed to simply be its healing tool. Her own spiritual quest began when she was told by her doctor she had MS and perhaps only 2 years to live.
I don't know that I have a power that you don't have.
Just tingles, like you feel it tingling out of your body.
Jaentra teaches others how to tap into their healing power. This day, 3 of her co-healers lay hands on Bob.
Edith is at the end of the table. I'm wanting to set up an energy link between me and her. Anything that doesn't belong in his body can get vibrated out faster that way. The other 2 are just holding the space and actually inviting the cancer, the pain, whatever it is, just to drop right into their hands. Our hands become like magnets, you see, and attract the things that aren't working in a body.
So climb up here.
Yeah.
Then it was my turn to feel the power.
Now what we're doing is, of course, changing the gravitational field of your body.
20 years ago, gravity pushed a big truck through the trunk of my car. The whiplash settled in my neck as arthritis and headaches.
Okay, I'm going to put my hands on your liver. I always want to bake somebody's liver because, especially you've got headache pain. You know, you could have your liver moving some toxins up there.
It felt as though Jaentra had pressed a fistful of ice on my back, but the cold spot was moving beneath my skin.
Now I'm going to put one hand here underneath
Later,
your neck.
with her hands on my neck, there were pinpoints of intense heat within my spine, and that heat continued to blaze hours after I had left.
Now we work on a person's body until they dismiss us, and I just got Bob's body dismissing me. But
Bob's doing pretty good. Now, Jaentra says healing is a partnership, and she strongly encourages the ill to heed their doctor's advice and follow through with that conventional medicine. An oncologist with the Mayo Clinic is interested in researching Jaentra's track record. She is also teaching a class on healing to a dozen University of Minnesota doctors and medical school administrators. Now, if you'd like to contact Jaentra or the network of healers which she has trained, just go to our website at WCCO.com.
Now, about you and those headaches, I know that you were always in a lot of pain and you used to pop a lot of Excedrin.
8 or 10 a day.
Yeah, and he's
average,
not exaggerating.
Always. And you and Don would tease me about going for the bottle of aspirin or Excedrin. Most days now, none at all, at worst 2. And I'm not sure entirely, but, you know, I believe in the divine. And even if this was just the power of suggestion, I'll feel pretty good.
It's pretty incredible.
Those headaches are gone.
Wow. Thanks, Dennis.
Sure.
We're going to turn to Paul now. The sun was certainly